This week, we celebrate GCW Homecoming, Effy's beautiful championship reign, the excitement of seeing all of our returning superstars in GCW and across the indies, and of course, some upcoming matches that are going to be exciting. Buckle in. I kind of lose my mind about halfway through this episode, and you can figure out where, because Peter's been looking at me crazy for the past 3 minutes. Buckle up. It's Weekend at Effys. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on the Patreon, weekendateffys.com. Follow us on the Substack, weekendateffys.substack.com, which has all the dates, all the info, and lots of music, movie, and fun recommendations from both of us. It's a great time had by all. It's Weekend at Effys.
It's free.
It's free. Well, and so is listening to this episode. But if you sign up on the Patreon, you can get more. I'll tell you the secrets of the universe. I hate that my vision of my future included auto-sharing things to Facebook. But I think it's going to get people... This is how we change people's minds. This is how we bring them to our side. This is how we bring them... This is how we bring in the news ear.
I hear it's back. I hear Facebook's back.
It's back. Facebook's back. Mark Zuckerberg was so sorry. Please let our families live.
He buys an absurd amount of
Poppers?
wax.
Like cannabis?
Yeah.
Not like paraffin wax.
Had trouble taking the bags out. This is absolute hearsay. This is conjecture. This
right,
is
kind of like
podcast.
the satire rumor that Elon Musk was ketamined out of his fucking brain.
Yeah.
Which is a rumor.
Yeah, there's a mosquito right next to your right side.
Did I get it?
No, your right side.
I'm not scared of no mosquito. Is it there? Oh, yeah. Ow.
Now, the only way that
I
you're going to
altered
be
the
able
whole
to
wall.
see what just happened
I wanna see
and
the
not
shift.
hear it is to watch on the YouTube.
Oh, yeah, watch on the YouTube. Guys, okay, so Facebook's back, but YouTube's booming. But here's the problem.
Facebook's back. YouTube's back.
If we
It's
don't...
2010 again.
You were correct in the beginning, and this is the problem I have with all of my beautiful, close-hearted, magical friends, is we don't necessarily make art always for commercial purposes. But I think if we hired a guy who just made clickbait pictures of us, and it was you have to do a face that's like this, and I'll be like, and then everybody will think we're going to talk about super controversial stuff. Which, I don't think a lot of the... we get some traction on some of our videos when they go up, and I think you do a great job. But some of these, super conflictable, white guys talking on a podcast clips that you see things going up, talking about women and stuff and dating. I don't think people are sitting down and listening to the whole podcast, are they? Or is this just, am I underestimating how infected people are by this sort of,
It's so from
incel-dumb.
What I can gather is that podcasts are probably the most intimate form of social media, to where it takes people a little bit longer to go ahead and listen to something
Like that Yin Yang Twin song.
Whisper song.
With the podcast we're whispering into your ear.
Yeah, but I think you have to kind of, because you end up spending a lot of time with these people. Us being
the people. Yeah, because we're having just a conversation. About
so
things.
it's even, I think, because one of the things that I've run into just being the few times that we've been out in the wild, Weekend at Effy style, is the amount of people that go, "Oh, I've been meaning to," and they'll even go, "Oh, that sounds like I'm making an excuse," but no, I've literally been meaning to, and it's just life is busy.
Well, it's always the concept too of and I'll do this with some podcasts where it's well, where do I jump back in?
Yeah,
what have I missed?
Yeah.
What happened? Let me tell you what you missed. You missed a lot. This week's gonna be full of stories, rumors, hot goss, wet boys, murder. There's murder this week. False murder, falsely confused, but besides that, there is renewed vigor in my heart to create art.
You've got a Jonathan hair in your beard.
What does that mean, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want it on the camera?
Just,
I know when people buy merch for me, we just did a whatnot, right? It was kind of a hectic
and
whatnot.
you weren't picking hair off of a hat that you
I was picking hair off a hat. I'm saying there's definitely cases. It's not a problem with Cranberry. It's not a problem with Lucy.
He owns us.
Yeah.
And he showed back up today.
Should I tell this story now before we do questions
Yeah.
from all the Patreon
Yeah.
people? So this weekend, it wasn't this week. Yeah, it was. It was this weekend while I was at GCW Homecoming in beautiful Atlantic City, New Jersey, in the Showboat Hotel and Casino. Which once again, I could write books on books on books of just my moments in that hotel. Pretty crazy, like pretty out of control. So Robert went to stay with his other father. Okay, and they go hiking sometimes. And I was sent a message after the first night of homecoming that Bebop, that's his name that he was giving me with, but I'm going to refer to him as...
I had a dream about his original owner last night.
Whoa.
Like a really in-depth, lucid dream to the point of like, maybe it's the universe telling me I'm supposed to reach out to this person.
Yeah, probably. They're probably lonely, but everybody is.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it doesn't matter. The person who gifted me this dog named it Bebop, okay? Since then, he's been known by many names. Worm, Jonathan, Robert, Rebubbert. Either way, they went hiking, and I was told via text message that he killed a snake, a copperhead. He killed a copperhead snake on the trail. And I believed every bit of it. I believed every bit of it because I've seen him and he'll kind of snap. But listen, I don't know if he could really pull it off. And that's what made me so nervous about it because it's scary. And then I told you and you said, what is going on?
In my mind, I'm not thinking about can he kill a snake? I'm thinking Bobby is killing a snake. Will the snake kill him?
Yeah, of course. But they actually just went up to a actual the Gold Branch Trail, which is very chill.
So no snake.
No snake.
No
It didn't
snake.
happen. Come to find out, this boy makes shit up. I should know this by now. This boy makes shit up. He did it on another podcast where they were talking about him making shit up. There's another podcast of comedian girls in Atlanta where he went to one of their shows and he made shit up. And they knew he made shit up. Just talking about I want to fuck my boss or something crazy. I don't know where this is. But it's turning into a pattern. So I let Bobby stay over there. I bring Cranberry over here because I go, listen, I just both of y'all. Bobby, you can stay. I love you, Bobby. You can stay. And the girls want to hang out. Cranberry and Lucy just lay on each other.
Yeah.
Lucy walks all over her and she doesn't give a damn. They cuddle. They kiss. They get emotional. They don't always need the boy here.
When they go to bed, it's like Lucy, no, you're gonna have to say.
Oh,
hi to
she wants to
Cranberry
come into my
tomorrow.
bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I had all three dogs in my bed, this is I have started subconsciously sleeping in such a small portion of my bed because there's always dogs.
Insane how they there's no budging. Once they are locked in, and you cannot move them. And if you throw Cranberry into the mix where you go, I can't move the dog that can't move on her own. That's just mean.
Well, I'll tell you what, she's a little easier to scoot than you'd think. If you just really give it a little scoot, she's fine. Well, either way, I go to pick up Bebop today so that he can be here. It's Dragon Con this weekend. You going to go to the raves?
No, I should, but
you should.
I should. Ugh.
I don't know. Let's have a side discussion on
Yeah.
that. I think
I need sleepy nighttime.
everybody needs sleepy
But I
nighttime.
need sleepy nighttime so I can go do things this weekend.
Okay, good.
Because I will be up at 4 a.m. on Saturday, per usual.
It's a dark time here in Atlanta, Georgia. The sun ain't up and the MARTA ain't running. My God. Well, either way, I get Bebop back over here. I MARTA over. I get the car. I bring Bebop. I'm going to take the car back.
2 pounds heavier and a shit attitude.
Yeah, it's really incredible when he's on a journey.
He just
right
comes
now.
and he's like, oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
I've been
and then
doing
he just
things.
started kicking all the blankets. I don't know. He's okay. So yeah,
He's
looking at me
little,
right now.
He's a little tyrant. All right, here we go. Here's the man in question.
Oh, he does weigh more. Okay, so we come home. I've been working today in the yard with the chickens trying to clean up. Some of the poop and stuff. And so we finally get out there and the yard is looking good. And I said, okay, well, let's go outside. Well, there's a rabbit. And he goes for the rabbit and he doesn't get it. I was like, run, rabbit, run. And then what does he do? He kills a baby rabbit that was left behind. He murdered a baby rabbit. I'm so sick of you right now. This is embarrassing. Do you have anything to say for yourself? Bobby? Speak. He's licking me with his murder lips. You're out, buddy. So, yeah, I had to see that. I tried to save the rabbit's life. Are you supposed to? You're not supposed to give him CPR. I tried to give it CPR.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
Yeah.
Because they could have disease. I know the risk. But obviously it's probably a pretty low risk on the baby rabbit.
Depending on what happened, you are just kind of...
making out with a rabbit?
No, well, it's like at that point you are dealing with the end of life and, just trying to make it as swift as possible.
Yeah, it went cold, within a few minutes, and I got rid of it. And it was too cute to put in the compost, Peter.
It sucks, but it is one of the best things that you can do as a human being is put an animal out of their misery if something like that happens.
I know.
I've had to do it so many times in my life, and it is not easy. And I get very emotional every time, but it's also like, what a gift to be able to do that for something else.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to sit there in the pain and be horrible. He did this before. He had one in his mouth, and it lived, and it ran away. I got it out of his mouth.
I remember this one.
So I thought if I stopped him, and then what made it worse is all three of the dogs were looking at it when I made him drop it. So it was just like, I don't know. Lucy wouldn't touch it. Cranberry wouldn't get closer, but it was in his mouth. I made him drop, and they're all like looking at it, and I'm like, oh my God. Had it for a second. It was rough. Death is all around us. Like, call your loved ones. Rabbits don't have phones, but if they get I don't know. I'm glad the mom got away, but you said they be fucking.
The original Mastodon guitarist died in our neighborhood the other day.
Yeah, that's horrible.
It's just crazy.
I can never have a motorcycle. You've taught me I can't have a motorcycle. Because he was on a motorcycle, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. God, so sad.
Someone ran a light right at
Now, why did he leave the band again?
I think he's just one of those guys that writes music for a lot of people because he was doing stuff with, oh my God, what happened? What happened?
Got a little out of control.
Oh my God.
That video's going to be good.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm drinking this. I got Mio because you told me not to do any more carbonation. So I got Mio in the water.
Oh God.
And so it's like Kool-Aid for adults who think they're better than diabetes because it's sugar-free. I don't think I have diabetes yet. But I almost ate a whole sweet potato pie. All right, let's talk about the Patreon. Weekend at Effy's. There are people who support us, and we appreciate you so much. We love hearing from you. We love only hearing from you, and everyone else, just get back to sharing the content, because if you can't give it a little money, give it a little share, give it a little help. But if you can help out, support the Patreon. You get to ask us questions. We've gotten some really crazy questions throughout the many, many, many months that we've done this, many years that we've done this, and soon we're going to be coming up on episode 200.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would love to see more of you participate with the Patreon to come up on that 200th celebration. And for that, we will be doing something special this time because I sort of just here's my problem. I can't have Effy run on my brain because I just nothing to me. We're doing something special for the 200th episode. I don't know what it is yet. But now we're going to get questions from all our friends on Patreon. Thank you for continuing to support us, and check it out, weekendateffys.com. We couldn't make it easier to find. I bought a URL. We couldn't make it easier. Peter?
Okay, this first question is from Danny. Is there true magic in the Showboat? I'm still taken aback by the metamorphosis of Bear Bronson.
I would say absolutely the Showboat has some sort of magic. The history of the Showboat is quite specifically weird that we exist in this way today. Because originally the Showboat was not what it is now. It was a casino. It was a full Atlantic City Boardwalk casino. And they lost their license for gambling because they were serving people underage, apparently. And then the ownership went under, and this guy bought it, and he happened to be a fan of professional wrestling and especially of deathmatch wrestling for some reason. And so then COVID hit and everything was out of there. And so they let us stay, and deathmatch fans got them a lot of rooms throughout the pandemic and continued to keep their hotel up and running. And then they put in a bunch more money and it became a kid-friendly hotel. So it's go-karts, Labubu claw machines, a full arcade, pinball machines, a water park, family show, a Michael Jackson museum, definitely for the kids. And we thought we were out the door, but no, we've signed multi-year agreements to continue at the Showboat.
Oh, shit.
I think there has to be some magic in there. And if I really got into some of the stories of things that have happened in that building, it is its own atmosphere, its own time zone. It sort of just exists outside of everything. She is who is the one who directed The Hurt Locker?
Catherine Bigelow.
Yeah, she's Catherine Bigelow. Hold on, I gotta get a picture of this live on the air. Our director. The director is here to take it in. Yeah, I really think the Showboat has a lot of magic in there. And one day I'll write a tell-all. But for now, I'm going to keep my peace with the ghosts of the Showboat because they've allowed me many, many blessings. Many curses, but many blessings.
Okay, this next question is from Anthony. How are we feeling about the big returns?
What are the big returns?
I was hoping you knew that.
Are these big returns at homecoming kind of an answer? That's probably true. They're probably asking about the big returns that all happened at. This makes me look dumb because I just was oh, my friend Kevin's here. You know? Oh, hey. So this is actually, I was going to tell this story, but I think this is so funny. We were getting ready for the first homecoming show, and they had this segment where these druids are invading. I'll keep the kayfabe real. The druids are invading, right, during Matt Cardona and Shotzi's match. And I see these druids and assume they're other indie wrestlers under these masks. And I kind of come out of my changing room, which there's a specific locker room that certains of us are in, and I wandered out of it to go find out what's going on, find out what's happening. And I just start rattling off questions. And one of them's real big, and he looks at me, and it's Killer Cross, Kevin Cross, who was just released from the WWE. They let him go after a big program, and everybody thought he was going to come attack me, including myself for a second, which now that me and Shotzi is announced for LA, I'm a little concerned. Either way, we talk for a second and I'm like, oh yeah, good to see, this is cool. Glad you're here. This is awesome. And then he has to run in and do stuff. But I'm looking at the other druids and I'm talking to one of them that's a girl. And I'm thinking, because the girl has common sense, that's the one I'm asking all these questions to. And not go get me a soda questions. Who can go get, just when is this and what's happening? And why isn't that belt out there? And why? And then it's his wife, Scarlett, who was also fired from WWE, who's just the most gorgeous, beautiful, insanely talented person. But I'm over there just talking to the druids. It's hey, what's up? You helping out on the event today? Come here. I got some questions about what's going on right now. And turns out it was the big returns. So this is sort of where my brain is at big returns. I did get to see Nick Gage, though. That was crazy. Jimmy Lloyd is back, seemingly for a good bit. But the King Nick Gage, totally back. Tommy Invincible was dressed up like Nick Gage, and then Nick Gage had to come set the record straight. I will say it was hilarious to see all those run-ins, but I'll talk a little bit, when I talk about my match with KJ Orso in a minute, I'll kind of talk about all those returns and run-ins in maybe a different perspective. But yeah, shout out Killer Cross. Good for him. Come to GCW. Seems like he's going to be an indie guy for a second. So come do that. But, everybody, as he says, TikTok, clock's ticking. Y'all get out of here eventually. All y'all go get signed again. I don't give a shit where. Just, this isn't a forever home for you. This is where I live.
Okay, do we want to talk about the Raja Jackson stuff?
Wow, we're getting right into everything. You know anything about this?
Is this the man getting his face pummeled in?
Yeah.
Okay. Explain this to me, because all I saw was the video, and it's too much culture for me to know.
It's it's niche deep culture. So Rampage Jackson, who's a pro fighter, right? This is his son, Raja Jackson.
He's like a UFC guy, right?
Yeah. I think he did some other stuff too, but like, it's like from that world. I guess they invited his son to come out to this wrestling school to do like a bit, and he's a streamer on Kick, so he was streaming all the stuff backstage. There were a few little incidences and things where like I'm sure everybody was.
Kick is the one where they do bad.
You can be like racist on Kick,
right?
This is a black guy, by the way, but I'm not saying he's being racist. I'm saying like Kick is known
That's
for
the
like
vibe
when
of
Twitch
Kick,
kicks you off because you're kind of a Nazi, you go to Kick.
So it should be called Kicked.
Yeah, booted. Yeah, booted off. So they, I guess, plan some kind of spot or do some kind of thing. But the thing is, he's filming a bunch backstage, which when wrestlers see cameras, they assume they need to be in some sort of cave. There's all this little stuff going on. Whatever the facts are, this dumbass gets in the ring and just starts fighting for real, which like, it's like when the Walmart boys were in the collective and like, I'm going to say this guy probably meant more harm than they did, but it's like these guys go into Walmarts and it's stupid as fuck and they would wrestle and they have no training. And Brett was like, put them in the clusterfuck, which like seems fine until one of them comes out of nowhere and fucking knocks my nose out of place. And then you're like, okay, I think you guys are done here. Even when we're playing or even when we're doing stuff, like I guess the guy hit him in the head with a beer can or something in like a backstage segment sketch. And so he was getting his receipt. But this guy just like started going off on his face, like 30 punches, sent the guy to the ICU, put him in like a coma, basically. He wasn't awake for a while. Here's like, I can't add anything to this discourse. I obviously think Roger Jackson is at fault. I obviously think, this guy, Psycho Stu, who was injured, was doing nothing wrong. They were just doing a show. They were just trying to add a little buzz to the show. But here's the main point is like, these guys are not buzz. What's buzz is when wrestling fans come to a wrestling show and they see something that's great. If you want to have Honey Boo Boo come out and do a bit with you, Honey Boo Boo probably understands kayfabe a little bit because she's on TV. And when the lights are on, you do your bit. And when they're not, like, hey, here's what you need to do, Honey Boo Boo. But this guy just seems like it's that content creator mentality. He's in a space that he sort of understands, probably disrespects in some ways because everybody sort of has that disrespect for pro wrestling because it's fake fighting or whatever you want to call it. But went in and, caused great bodily harm to this guy. They were worried he was going to die. None of these guys that you're bringing in that you think have any of this buzz are doing anything for your business when they just come from these fantasy lands. And like Game Changer's done it a few times with guys where you're like, all right, I don't think they really added anything here. And WWE seems to do it all the time. They recently had the whole deal with Travis Scott coming in, and this isn't an injury thing, but it's like he came in and then did nothing and then it didn't pay anything off because he forgot he needed to be there and had other stuff going on. All these people where you're like, oh, it's Rampage Jackson's son. Oh, he has a streaming channel. Oh, it's this, thinking it will bring eyes or thinking it will bring something in. And in the end, you just have like, turns out he's kind of stupid and will not know when to be real and when to be fake. And if he's the son of a UFC fighter, he's probably had a few lessons and he just goes in there. But it did look like it was with like a little vengeance. Like it had a little, like it didn't seem like he didn't know what he was doing when he was punching the shit out of this guy. So it just seems like, oh, I'm going to make this for content. I'm going to knock a guy out for real.
Yeah.
With that sort of mentality of like, this, when they show you the futuristic fucking show about you have to fight your way out or whatever, there's always the same one where it's like, and it's the #1 show in the world of people doing shitty shit to each other. They're so mean. It's like very much that becoming. So like, I hope they press charges. I hope they do something, but I just hope all of the wrestling goes, there are times and places to have fun celebrities. Like I'm not against that at all, but just letting some random dude come in behind the scenes, filming all your stuff, filming your backstage, and then being a part of the show with no training or understanding. Like if he wants to come do a stream, let him come interview people at the show, but it's also like, why do we keep letting these people in the door who don't have any training or understanding when there's so many talented wrestlers already who don't have enough opportunities, and, putting them with the kick streak, you go, well, it'll get them clout. No, it won't. They don't have any clout. It's all a spectacle stunt show of nonsense versus trying to have some coordination in what we're doing. I don't know. It's disheartening. I'm glad the guy's going to be okay. He seems to have been awoken, but enough damage to cause that kind of a coma. Like I get kicked in the face all the time, but that repeatedly would be, like, I'd be in the same boat. I'd be in a coma. That wasn't like, oh, I accidentally kicked you. It was like repeated mashing. I'm glad we got into that, actually. It was on my notes list, but then I thought, I don't know if we should even get into this.
Yeah, you're. It does feel very like Running Man or.
And if you saw any of the footage, the guy getting his face punched in, it's like, that's not how wrestling should look.
No.
Nobody wants that.
Okay.
And the worst part is when he's doing a double leg takedown at the very beginning when he's trying to pick him up and over, the guy like posts for him to make the move look good.
Damn.
Yeah, don't trust these motherfuckers unless they were at training, dude. Let me see you suplex before the show. Come on.
Okay. This next one's from Rob. Do the puppies enjoy fall and winter as much as I do?
Way more than summer because
Yeah.
they can't this heat is exhausting to them. You know, Lucy even hurt her little paw. I'm sure part of the heat is some of that. And just being out,
But it's even like when we do get outside, it's been consistently not below 80 degrees, even overnight.
even at night. And so they still get so hot.
And
on
so
these
it's
walls.
like, you know, like we'll wait for the time for the pavement to be cooled down, but like 10 minutes and they're fucking worn out already.
just breathing in the steam.
Yeah.
So they are very, very much looking forward to getting some kind of fall weather. I mean, I'm sure September's still going to be very hot, but I'm sure we're also going to get some cooler nights and evenings where we can get them a little more out on the trail because Tubby Bobby's coming back and I can't have it. I can't have it because we got to maintain a healthy, fit family in spite of RFK. Okay, you know how RFK is like everybody should be healthy. I think so, but I'm doing it to spite you. I'm going to do it in a different way. And I'm not wearing jeans to CrossFit. You fucking loser. What a loser, dude.
We may actually get more snow this year, which because we've been getting a little bit more the past few years.
Are you saying on the Patreon at weekendateffys.com they could possibly get chickens in the snow footage?
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait to
Yeah.
install a little heat lamp and see them all
I know.
hook up to it.
Can we start knitting the mittens?
I don't know how the mittens work, but I think we're going to do chicken paintings. I think I'm going to paint them on there and I'm going to have them walk across it with their feet.
I don't want to open this up.
What?
Have you seen the stuff you can like hang on their necks?
Yeah, that makes them look like they're running around with guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get those so the chickens look like they're wearing guns. Crazy. So cute.
Okay, this is our last question.
Oh.
This is from Cherry Legend. Do y'all have a good Ren fair around there? Is that something either of you are into?
Okay, so I would love to go to a Ren fair. I don't know where the closest one is. I imagine there's one nearby enough.
There's got to be.
But I don't want to go in a way that is in any way disrespectful. Do I have to be full completely participatory to go? Or is it just encouraged and I can go check out the Festivus?
I just want to watch.
Yeah, I just want to watch.
I just want to watch.
But I don't know. Maybe I would miss out on wearing a robe and a corset.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it would be, oh, the fall fling, the village of Nottingham's coming to life. Oh, gosh. Is this?
I don't.
Oh, wow.
Do I have to do a funny accent?
They have joust. I've been really thinking about hooking us up with the Medieval Times Groupon, but I don't know when to pull the trigger.
I used to go to Medieval Times every year with the photo studio that I was with.
It's awesome.
It's really fun.
It is
It's
sports
really
entertainment.
exciting.
It is so sick. And you get to eat that big old chicken.
Yeah.
Don't you get like a whole half chicken or something and you can just
Yeah.
eat it? And you can even get the drum if you want, the big like turkey drum. You can get ale in a, what do they call that? A goblet? No, it's like a
tankard. Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I just followed one of those German boys that works at the beer restaurants, and his whole feed is just him.
Stein.
It's him. Yeah, it's a Stein. Him working out or him delivering beers in his lederhosen.
Wow.
And that's the kind of niche content I want going forward. I don't want celebrities who can do everything. I want you to do one or two things, and that's enough. I'm not fiscally supporting this German boy in any way. I hope he gets money from his reels. So we're out of questions. That was it.
Yeah, we're done with
All right. Well, I guess no. I'm just kidding. It was homecoming weekend this weekend, as you kind of heard. It got a little crazy. My knee probably not in the best state still, but I had to defend the GCW championship, and luckily, this is where people are going to start really like getting technical about my title run. Okay, because I believe everything I've done is great, but I will say. And neither of them brought it up because they're fucking dumb, I guess. I had assistance in some victories. Okay. I had some assistance beating Charles Mason via Atticus Kogar. I had some assistance beating KJ Orso via Sam Stackhouse and Sam Stackhouse's wife. And now they're going to have a cage match in LA. But seemingly I got out unscathed because of their assistance. And I'm not denying it. The fact is, it looked like I was in rough conditions in both of them. But just because they assisted in the victory does not mean they stopped the defeat. Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
At no point did I lose. At no point did I not continue to go. At no point was I in dire straits and a referee was pulled or something. It was just a situation where, in a match for my championship at Game Changer Wrestling where there are no disqualifications, shit gets a little rowdy. It gets a little crazy. And the craziest person, the true outlaw, is the one that's going to come out unscathed. And yes, she did punch KJ Orso right in his gooter. Just gooted right up the windpipes, in his wiener. Punched it. And that gave me the chance to do, and you know how I've been walking on this leg beater, right?
Uh-huh.
I hit that spear with authority because I knew it was my last chance to close the case on this. And I jumped up in the air with half a fucking leg, and I landed on him afterwards, and I won. And I got through with it, and it was fine. And that match to me was not the easiest thing to get through. Was I glad there was assistance on the end? I can't lie. Of course, I was happy to have some help there. It's a smaller and smaller circle running out to help Effy these days. Most of them have become, either separated from me in some sense with my European Manders, or have been injured, or have been sent away to the war, or have turned on me and come for my championship. So, yeah, any help is appreciated. And KJ Orso's a dead serious competitor. I mean, this is a guy who used to hang out with Cody Rhodes at the AEW. This is a guy who has seen a lot of styles of wrestling, but he's also a guy who has a lot of frustration. And the frustration is something that you can kind of use in your favor. And sometimes that frustration manifests by other people that you've wronged in your frustration coming back to cause more frustration for you. And so shout out Sam Stackhouse. Shout out their whole family. I hope you kick his ass in the cage match in LA. There were lots of returns. I do realize this now. Now that I'm sitting here thinking, I'm going, oh my God, there were so many returns. AJ Gray returned and defeated Austin Luke. I haven't seen AJ Gray in, I think, 2 years. So that was kind of a lovely surprise. We, of course, had Nick Gage return. Tommy Invincible was there. Matt Cardona came out in a full DeLorean. Now, I don't want to be, here's what I want.
So he drove out?
Someone dressed as the Doc, Christopher Lloyd. What's his character? From Back to the Future?
Yeah, Doc Brown.
Doc Brown. Someone dressed as Doc Brown drove Matt Cardona out.
Dressed as a DeLorean, and
no.
I'm worried about Cardona.
Doc Brown lookalike drove out Matt Cardona dressed as Marty McFly from Back to the Future in the DeLorean for his entrance. This is the thing, and he's the nicest guy, and I'm laughing thinking about bringing this up. Here's the problem. The guy showed up in his Marty McFly costume with Doc Brown, and then Cardona was like, but I'm Marty McFly. So the real Marty McFly just had to chill in the back while Matt Cardona was Marty McFly. But then the fake Marty McFly did get to run out and give him the barbed wire hoverboard. So he got to use the barbed wire hoverboard from the Marty McFly. So I guess he's still going to be a part of it, but he was standing a little to the side, looking a little sad when the car was going out without him in it. It seems like that's a package deal. Cardona's like, no, buddy, that's my ride.
So these are like professional.
Yeah, they definitely do conventions.
Okay,
for sure. They were very good.
Okay,
they knew what they were doing.
Okay,
and when you show up with they're already showing up with the DeLorean. I bet they did that twice before they went, yeah, we're gonna have to dress like the guys, aren't we? And then it started killing. And then they were like, oh, this is incredible.
Good for them. Matt Cardona, a fucking dork.
Okay, so this match with Shotzi was for the Garage Beer Championship. Here's what I got to figure out. I'm pretty sure Brett didn't pay for that DeLorean. I think the Garage Beer people put a little sponsorship on this. I think they're great. They don't have a non-alcoholic beer. I want them to do some kind of other product that I can get behind.
Time
I
travel,
wanna support.
it's expensive.
Time travel is expensive. But I've been working on a secret project this week with one of my good friends who I can't mention. But the meetings have moved forward on some particular sponsorship opportunities. And I just keep thinking there are so many companies out there that could use my flair and expertise in the ring to create matches around their products. And I did have one instance where we did have the Boy Butter Scramble. If you remember, Boy Butter did sponsor the Tampa, Florida Scramble, won by Ashton Starr. Boy Butter Lubricant sponsored that match.
Familiar.
So what I'm getting at is like there's
sell it at the Dick store.
Right. And I just want to tell you, as far as products go, very weird to pull your lube out of a parquet bin because it looks like the I can't believe it's not butter container. And it feels like it too. Like you may as well just get the I can't believe it's not butter.
And put your lube in it.
I was going to say, and use it as lube.
Oh.
What other products do you think that you would find in an adult store? Hold on, let me do this like a game show. What products do you think you'd find in an adult show that could make a fun wrestling match stipulation?
Oh, that's a good one. I think you should pull out some of the sounding rods.
You think we should have a sounding rod match?
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic. I want to do
Ooh, there's all the the Electropulse stuff.
Oh, you ever put a tens machine on a twink? I shouldn't have ever said that. Oh my God. We can't record it this time of night because I have become unhinged. At this time of night, I've become unhinged. Do I need to take a breath? Have I ever told you that story though?
I don't think so.
I'm not going to tell anybody that story.
Like shit I hear in the store all day.
What's the difference between the tens machine I have and the one that you would get from your store?
I don't know. We don't sell them.
Why?
We sell attachments and shit, and individual not. I don't know. We don't.
Did they ever fix a claw machine?
No, we don't even have Sibians or any kind of sex toy.
What do you have? AI vaginas?
Or no, sex machine is what I mean.
Oh.
Yeah. Honestly, we should get George Clooney to build one for us.
Wait, in Burn After Reading, when he builds
He gets in for under $100.
Oh my God. When he's going over it, is that Francis McDormand? And he's going over the whole thing with him? It's a replica of the one I saw in the store.
Oh, under $100.
What a film. What a filmography. If you're not on our Patreon, weekendateffys.com, you're not getting our cinema podcast, cinema culture podcast. We could have talked about anything today.
That's their most popular movie on Letterboxd.
Burn After Reading?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite?
My favorite is Hail Caesar.
All right.
That movie gets better and better each time I go.
Where's Oh Brother, Where Art Thou Fall?
I have not watched that since the first time I watched it
when you were
with
like
my
a kid?
Parents and my grandparents on a furlough in the States once.
Clooney.
That was my first Coen Brothers.
It's the Clooney of Clooney's.
I need to, yeah.
I think it's like,
but it's also there's so many I haven't seen.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to watch A Serious Man.
Maybe I'm gonna change my answer.
Yeah, you might. I think A Serious Man's up there. I think you have to watch Yentl before we watch A Serious Man.
Okay.
Yeah, you know about Yentl?
You've told me. Many
She
times
yearns
about
for
Yentl.
knowledge. Papa, can you hear me? So, who else returned at Homecoming? I don't know. I don't know who else returned.
Do we need to look it up?
I mean, we can, I guess. I feel like somebody else. Oh, Bobby Beverly returned at Homecoming. That crazy son of a bitch. When he was wearing his patent leather jacket and pants with the fringe hat, it was the look of looks. But that was not what he was wearing this time. Charles Mason did come out of a scissor lift with a pee bottle, and I think he's going to sell that pee because he was up there in the scissor lift, and during that period, I get it. I pee a lot. So, if I was up in the scissor lift, I'd probably need a whole freaking Gatorade bottle to fill me up. But no, yeah, he, wait, let me see this. Who came? The death match this weekend was out of control. There was so much blood. One of the funny parts about how much blood there was is there was a guy who did a review or a write-up of the summary of the show. It was not necessarily a review. It's a summary of all the matches of the show. And on the main event on day 2, he straight up just was like, I've seen too much blood. I fast forwarded this match to the end. And I was like, dog, you only have one job. And the job is to write up the matches. And you straight up, you don't even like that's like turning in your term paper and you just write in paragraph 4, like, I'm pretty sure I know what's up, but I didn't read a lot of the material.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of guessing, even though I have my sources here. Like, what do you don't admit that. You write around it. You know, like it just
use ChatGPT
like I'm sure
like
there
all
are,
good students.
I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who do wrestling reviews who don't watch all the matches, okay? But in my kayfabe, in my world, I'm at least asking you to fucking lie to me, dude.
Yeah.
Please lie to me before I can't, like, how do you read that and put it through and go like, we should publish this to the world for the world to see that I don't even watch the product? Like, you want to, what do you do? I know you're getting ad payments off these websites. You're not doing this for free. If you're doing this for free, just keep doing it, I guess, and just keep admitting but like, imagine your hobby is something that you half-ass. You half-ass your hobby?
Just why even do it?
Why even do it?
Why
There's
even
someone
do it?
else will do it better than you.
Yeah.
You know, go get some goldfish and kill them by your own negligence.
What is it they say? Be good or be good at it?
Yeah, that he's not either. He didn't watch the show. There was a lot of blood though. That's like okay, so like let's read through these matches. I'm gonna go one.
Okay.
So
Garage Beer Championship, Shotzi Blackheart defeated Matt Cardona to win the Garage Beer Championship.
There was 6 out of 9 matches on this show where someone bled.
Okay.
And if you count I wasn't counting my match, but you could count my match because both of us rolled in glass that was still just in the ring. And then day 2, there's 2. You're looking at my sweet boy Drew Parker. He's back in fucking Wales. I got to be in Japan with him. That's not him. I got to be in Japan with him, and he's back in Wales. His dog's about to turn 16 years old, and he was like, "I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When we were in Japan, I don't know." I got to stay a whole nother month in America or whatever. I don't know how it's going to go. And the dog made it. The dog wanted to see Drew.
Wow.
And so I hope that dog lives so many more years and so long because that's beautiful and magic. And that dog needed you to be home. And I'm glad you're in Wales. And I'm going to get to see Drew Parker at the Big Gay Brunch in England, in Liverpool, England. And they haven't announced, but Drew Parker will be participating in some way at the Big Gay Brunch.
Is that why he grew that mustache out?
I think he did that for his hottest girlfriend.
Mm.
She loves it. He's taking a little time off of being a deathmatch wrestler was the best thing he could do because now he's just back vibing. He's just vibing. He's feeling it. Can we pull up Homecoming Night 2? You can find it on Cage Match 2 if you need to, which I had to use for my statistical promo that I cut on day 2, which was interfered by both Charles Mason and Atticus Kogar. And you know what I did, Peter? I fucking walked out. I said, I'm done with this. I said my piece. Y'all want to come interrupt me? Y'all both have lost to me. Y'all both have lost to me in matches. Look, they have a write-up about the state of the Effy. Do you believe this?
It's so funny.
Do you believe this?
That's
Open it
so
up.
funny.
Let's hear it. Let's see. I want to hear it from the mouth of babes. Your babes.
Didn't we come up with State of the Effy? Isn't that specifically a Weekend at Effy's podcast?
I'm pretty
thing?
sure. But when Brett likes something, he'll keep doing it. This is about the 3rd State of the Effy address that we've done.
Okay.
One of them was when I got attacked by Jeff Jarrett. One of them was I was attacked by someone else. So I kept getting attacked during these. So
the State of the Effy address will now take place on the show. This fully is just something that you made up and is now a thing.
That's my whole life, Peter. My whole life is just making things up that become real things. It's miraculous. Okay, so I'm looking this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was 5 of 7 matches, I think, on this show. Maybe it's 5 of 8 matches. All had blood. Mance Warner and Dr. Redacted definitely, because I knew someone was at home in Orlando with the dogs and cats yelling with her Australian accent about, "You stupid idiot! We have TNA next weekend, and you're fucking out here bleeding with the Dr. Redacted." That was a little British. I don't know how to do it, but I know she was furious watching that from home. Steph Delander, I tried to stop him. Okay? Me and Mance, I'm not saying we're on great terms. Okay? But we did both try to kill each other. We're trying to work through it. I think him being away at TNA has been really good for both of us. And, AJ Gray came back. So we were just trying to be, we're trying to be civil. And Manders is gone. So he's not here to help me. And Matt Justice, I love you. Wherever you may be, I'm going to see you if I can see you next week in Cleveland. But I said, Mance, you don't have to do that. You don't have to prove anything to them. You're a TV wrestler now. You don't even need to come back to Game Changer Wrestling. And he says, I do it for the people. I do it for the people. I got to show them what it's about. This Dr. Redacted ain't going to make no shit out of me. I'm going to make him bleed. And I said, but you're going to bleed. And your beautiful wife, she's going to be worried. He said, she'll be fine because I got to beat his ass. I don't know. It was crazy. I tried to stop him, like really out of control behavior. And yeah, he did get stabbed in the leg, but he's fine. He survived. Dr. Redacted also survived, even though he had like a meat hinge hanging off his arm. But then I saw that his beautiful girlfriend had made Japanese style curry, and I think like everything's okay. But I did force him to go to the hospital. I was like being kind of an idiot about it. I was like, you're going to the hospital. You better go to the hospital. Now, the main event of the show, though, was a classic. A lot of people are saying they haven't seen a deathmatch like that in years, and I'm those people. And it was so good. This guy didn't watch it, though. The guy who reviewed it, he didn't. He said, I got to fast forward. It's too much blood. There's nothing better than a deathmatch weekend like that. And this is, listen, I love being a part of deathmatch. I think it's so cool. There's a lot of it I disagree with. The video take of that will be better. But when it is done correctly and done really well, and these two, Bear Bronson's coming in. He was an AEW guy, had some, a couple opportunities on there to do things, and they just don't really get it. And they wanted him to be in little groups, and they wanted him to be a tag guy. And he came out of it swinging once he got released and said, I want to do some death match. Would you hear that a lot from guys? And he's talked about it. There's a GCW World podcast that's like 3 hours long with him that you can go hear him talk about it and talk about everything. And I don't know what he said about me because I don't watch interviews, but I support them. I support them happening. And he has been on a run of death matches lately that have been very, very well done, very, very good, and none though that can compete with the run that Matt Tremont has been on, which I won't mention at this moment while I'm putting both of them over. That I did beat Matt Tremont in Cork and Hull for the GCW championship. I just want to say that. But why would I do that? Why would I even? Doesn't matter. Those two put on a blood match death classic. You've been in the room for some death match at this point.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah. When it is these 25-minute epic, nonstop, raise the bar things, it is so fascinating to see how much more emotional storytelling takes place between these big explosions, because all weekend it's been big explosions. In both cases of my participation in Homecoming this weekend, which I'm still very proud of the work I did, but to be honest, I was put in a position where with all these giant returns, with all these death matches, with all this pizzazz, it's not always the easiest to be a match 8 on a 9-match card after everything they've seen and just be a match and not have all the blood and the glass and the explosion and fire and run-ins and crazy. We had one little run-in thing, but it didn't have the grandiosity of a recently released WWE star or the return of the King Nick Gage. So they set a little lower. And I think sometimes I need those moments where I go, objectively, this position, someone else would be a little worried to be in. But I know I have nothing to lose in that position. I'm going in. I know what I do. I know my craft. And I know how to put together a particular style for the room and for a particular style of when I am in the show. And I try to take all those things into accordance. But I will say that Sunday spot of doing the State of the Effy, where I think in the promo, somebody said, you don't promo, you just tell us what you're feeling, which is 100% true. This is like the whole Weekend at Effy's is just like an hour and a half promo of me saying what I'm feeling. I made some good points. I had a lot to say. I was interrupted by Charles Mason, who had a lot to say. And then I was interrupted by Atticus Kogar, who had a lot to say. And I looked at the camera guy at one point while he was pointing at someone else. And I said, this is starting to feel like the fucking South Park episode. You know what I'm talking about? When they're like, oh, this is some good wrestling. And I'm doing my state of the Effy address, which to me just like, it was supposed to be like 3 or 4 minutes where I'm like, yo, I've defended this belt 31 times. I've had it for 217 days. That is 1 time every 7 days. That's crazy. I've defended it against everybody. I've beaten everybody. Keep them coming. This is that outlaw shit. I'm the only real world champion in the world. I'm the only one that's done it at 15 promotions. I'm the only one that's done it across the globe. I'm the only one that's done it in 5 different countries. And that was the point that was supposed to be made. And I was going to get out of there before anybody from the WWE attacked me, as is tradition. John Bradshaw Layfield. That was another guy who attacked me at a homecoming. But then these two have to come out and make it drama. And every part of me that watches wrestling is going, I know what this turns into, right? Like this is... And that's when I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the thing they don't expect. Like, Peter, I straight up, as they were talking, I just left. I was like, yeah, y'all can deal with this. I'm out of here. I could have made a fuss. I could have, yeah, this is my segment. I could have tried to start a fight. I could have challenged them to a match. No. I said, oh, bye. And I walked out the front door. Peter. My segment. Because these idiots want to come in here and play drama talk about matches and who attacked who and who's on whose side and we're in an alliance or are we not in none of this matters to me. I got other stuff to do. I got to go defend my championship at more companies, create a legacy of nonstop workmanship. When I lose this championship, it'll be because they put me in the fucking ground, Peter. I'm just going to hold that belt forever. You want to talk outlaws? What do they do when they get fired from a company? Doesn't matter what company. They come to us. What do they do when they want to get signed? They put them with me. Shotzi Blackheart, you got a match with me for the GCW championship, the Garage Beer champion versus the GCW champion. Guess what, babe? You're not going to beat me, but be glad because they all get signed immediately after they wrestle me in big matches. So good luck. It's going to be beautiful. What a time to have. I'll break your arm again. I don't care. I love her. I've loved her forever. She's so great. We used to work together a long time ago. One time we wrestled each other as the Nun and me as Sheriff Hopper. That's historic. I'm going to beat your ass in Los Angeles. I don't know what else to tell you. This is a spot I'm in where I go, I know what wrestling is expecting of me. I know what people are expecting of me. The only thing I can do is be raw as fuck. I'm not going to fake it. I'm not going to pretend I don't know what these weird segments are leading to. I'm not going to pretend I don't have a target on my back. I'm not going to pretend I don't know what's coming ahead. I'm going to just keep telling people, y'all can keep trying me. Please. Please run me down. Please beat me up. Please try to take my championship. Kick my knee. Break my legs. Put me against ECW legends. I don't care what it is. Give me somebody who will put the knife in and end it if you really want the belt that bad. Because it's mine. How long was Bruno Sammartino the champion? 8 years at one point, I think. And then Bob Backlund beat him or something. I don't know. There's history in all of it. Yeah, it's not happening. The longest modern reign of a champion was uninterrupted was Matt Cardona with the Internet Championship, which was 10 years long. And I beat him for it. Shotzi beat him for it recently and stole it or something. Maybe she stole it. I don't even know if she... I guess she rolled him up like I did because I set a blueprint for the future of what you do when you defeat Matt Cardona. So I defeated and ended the longest modern historic title reign there ever was. Many duplicated, often duplicated. What do they say? Duplicated, replicated? Whatever. And now I'm going to have the longest championship run of all time. You know how that looks on the record books? This is the other problem. They're going to have to admit it very soon out loud in the publications because my record this year, the thing is I'm playing their game, Peter. I shouldn't even admit this before everything drops. I'm playing their game because they always go, oh, it's statistics and it's your reach and it's your magic for PWI 500. Look at my statistics this year. I've beaten everyone. I'm going to keep beating everyone. I've competed everywhere. Please let me know. Let me know what you think. I should be number 1 on the cover, but I think they're going to do me right. But the fact is, I'm operating at another level in wrestling right now with my hobbly-ass knee, and every time I can defend the belt, I defend the freaking belt. I'm going to probably go defend it twice this weekend. Once completely unannounced. Completely unannounced, Peter. That's crazy. But you know what? It's not going to my head, and it's not changing who I am. Is it? Is it? Someone polished my belt, and I yelled at them. You don't fucking touch the belt and polish it because it still has the blood of Kobayashi on it. It still has the blood of Effy on it. It still has whatever remnants were left from the past. Still has the dust of the tubes. That belt isn't supposed to be shiny and perfect. That belt is supposed to be withstanding, like when you watch Lord of the Rings and you see some of the stuff that the dwarfs were making inside of those mountains that was lasting for eons. Yeah, it's a little dirty and crusty under the mountain because it survived under the mountain. I'm surviving under the mountain, Peter. That's all we got. All we got to do is survive. So I hope y'all take me out. I hope y'all try to beat me. I hope y'all get released and think I can get you a new contract. But I hope you also know that I'm the one. You know that? I'm the one. I'm gonna save it. Independent wrestling. They're all coming back to it. They all want to be a part of it now. Guess what? You can. You're welcome here. But you got to know it comes with a price. There's a price you got to pay. I've paid the price. I'll pay the price every day. But I'm going to make you pay the price. Is that crazy?